Hi, welcome to another edition of Motivation Mondays with Billy. I'll be your host again. So here we are, another Monday. We are now into almost Halloween time. So I last night got to go with my daughter and wife. We went on a socially distant trick-or-treating adventure for little kids that they do in her parents' neighborhood, and I dressed up as the guy from Caps for Sale, and Paige and Mari dressed up as two of the monkeys stealing the guy's caps. It was kind of a fun little thing to do, but anyway, we're on to the week again. I got a couple of announcements. First of all, we've got a huge sale on all of our merch. Basically, just going to do a big fire sale coming up here at the during November. Probably going to launch that in mid-November. And I guess also wanted to say I've got the audio out for mixing on some videos we did in my backyard a few weeks ago, and we have those coming up, as soon as I get those videos all finished. But I'm looking forward to that. It was a real fun concert to put on, and I'm sure that the content that we put together from it will be a lot of fun to watch. We're kind of entering a dead season for a lot of, especially the Midwest here, where a lot of bars and restaurants are going to be closing for the winter time. A lot of the places that we play normally, obviously, we haven't played in a long time, and it looks like we probably won't play them for a long time to come. So as a sort of stopgap, basically I'm putting together this video series, try to get the band together as often as we can to put more shows together, record them, and release them as live show footage, basically. So I'm sure that when that stuff starts coming out, you'll see more from me about that. And then I wanted to talk about next week. I am in the process of writing a new song that I am really excited to show you guys. So next Monday on the Motivation Mondays, I will be debuting another new song. That's probably about the cadence that I'll be on every couple of weeks. I'll debut one of the something else new that I'm working on. I've already, obviously, since last week, made edits to the song that I debuted last week, but that's probably what I'm going to start doing here for these Motivation Monday talks, rather than just sort of blab at you for 10 minutes. I'm going to try to bring some new material to the table and see if it's something that you guys like. Everything that you hear, obviously, when I arrange it with the full band, it's going to sound way different, but it's a lot of fun for me to just take my guitar out and play on camera anyway. So today, though, I wanted to talk on a topic that I guess it's kind of becoming more and more apparent to me how important this is. When I was younger, I had just nothing but time on my hands, and after 2009, the economy had crashed, and the job that I was working had really flexible hours. I only was at work like 4 hours a day, maybe 6, and working 3 to 4 days a week, sometimes 5, but always had plenty of time to sit around and wait for inspiration to strike, or the music that I was writing was coming from a very easy place for me to tap into because of my state of mind at the time. And as I've grown older, and the responsibilities of just day-to-day life, having a child and everything else, have come up. I found like a real strong need for consistency and setting a daily schedule that is conducive to continuing to perform and create music, but also being very intentional about the time that I'm carving out for making music, because doing all this stuff, I'm putting out music online, I'm doing this Monday motivation thing, I'm doing a lot of these different like aspects of what it takes to perform and to be a musician and a creative person in today's environment. And so it's easy to get kind of bogged down or into a rut where there's no writing happening or no practicing happening or things like that. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about routines and consistency and how important it is and how important it's become to me over time. So recently, not recently, a couple of years ago, a friend of mine, I looked at his practice schedule. That friend is Nigel Solomon, and he was just constantly practicing guitar. He was just so good, constantly getting way better. And I sort of asked him about it, and then I dug into it. I got into a book on practicing music. I really started to dig into practicing my craft a lot more and trying to figure out ways that I could make time to get better while I was also juggling all these other things. And it became kind of unwieldy because obviously, there's times when it's like I've got to clean the house or I've got to do laundry or whatever else, and I was just having a hard time fitting everything in. So started building out this schedule. It starts in the morning and getting up like a few hours before work starts, just getting my day started calmly and thinking out ahead of time. So my routine now, if anybody's interested in it, so I'll wake up in the morning, I'll do my stretches and then write out a to-do list and have my coffee, just relax into the morning. And then once I get the baby off to either daycare or one of our mom's houses, I come home and I practice guitar for somewhere between like 30 and 45 minutes every day. And then throughout the day I work obviously from 8:30 till 5, and then at that point typically I'm making dinner and then doing some other stuff. And then around 7 o'clock the baby goes to bed and I get to work again. So at 7 o'clock I usually start doing this on Mondays obviously, but then like through other days of the week I'm working on just doing other stuff that pertains to music but isn't necessarily directly seen. Putting together materials online, putting our website together and all that kind of stuff. And then after that, I will relax with Paige and we watch maybe an episode of TV and go to bed. So with that kind of schedule, it's tough to like fit other extra things in. But I found that like the more intentional that I am about it, the more intentional I am about my morning routine and my daily work and then my evening routine, the more time I'm able to find and reclaim. And so I think that it's just like valuable knowledge to have, and it's just sort of a valuable way to practice existing, because